beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Tales podcast with your friend Ankita Juneja, back again with another beautiful episode for all of you. Before I move forward, I would like to request you, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this amazing tribe. Your presence truly matter and it helps us to reach to more people just like you. So please do subscribe. In this episode, we will be having little deeper conversation where I will be sharing with you lot of things which I realize by reflecting on certain things which I'm sure will help you. But before that, let me ask you a question. Have you ever experienced this phase where you know certain things, you are quite sure with what do you really want, but you don't know how to make certain things happen? You might not know like how things will turn out, how it will take shape, but somewhere internally you have little clarity like this is what you are aspiring for or you're working towards. I'm sure you might have guessed what this episode is about. It is around those lines. You know what I realized from reflecting on my journey up until now? Like if I take my own example, I'm quite sure what I want. The challenge which I experience at time is I don't know how to make certain thing happen. And the problem arises when I have certain clarity, I know certain things, but I go and ask for validation. I ask for people outside of me and seek their approval. You need to understand this thing. It's your journey. Whatever you are called to do, it is for a reason. Not everyone has certain desire in their life. The calling, the dreams which are given to you are unique to you. No one else can answer or tell you like what is right or wrong for you. Sometimes the only approval you need is your own, because if you go and seek out lot of other people's opinion, you will realize that in between you are also losing the interest. You are somewhere doubting your own clarity, and if you start doing that, you will see that you are not feeling good about anything. You will not feel like performing. You will not feel like taking certain action which you were so passionate about. This is what actually happens when you are walking into unconventional path, when you are doing something which no one else has done around you. See, it is so easy to follow the crowd and be like others. When you are doing something different, be prepared that there will be lot of challenges that is going to come your way. That's why it is said that this is not for the weak hearts. It is for a reason, because when this kind of situation arise, when you are faced with lot of criticism, lot of critical conversation, at that time it's easy for you to give up if you don't have this connection with yourself, if you don't trust yourself enough. If you in tune with yourself, you will realize that no, there was a reason at first place, there was a dream, there was a vision, there was a desire inside of you which actually made you start to walk on this journey. So you have to go back and you have to connect with that vision of yours, that desire which actually led you to do all these things. Because during the journey, when you are not seeing the result as you anticipated, you will break down and you will see that you will feel like giving up. So this is a reminder to you that no, at that point of time, don't give up. Take little pause. Take pause from people around you, because what happen at times is the noise around you becomes so louder that you somewhere lose your own voice. You lose that connection with yourself which guides you to take action. Therefore, it's needed that, especially during this journey, I know this is not an easy one. It is so important to disconnect from outer world and in tune with yourself. When you create this difference, you will realign yourself and you will ask questioning yourself like why you even started all this thing at first place. In this journey, not everyone becomes successful. There is a reason to it, because it is not an easy one. You have no one to validate you or trust you. At that point of time, I have seen from my journey also, literally you have to be strong-headed and stubborn at times. See, there is a difference between being rigid, being like, my way or highway. But when you know like, no, things will work out, it is there for a reason. At that point of time, you just have to trust the process. Sometimes we are so close to achieving the success. We are so close to seeing the result which we are waiting since forever. But because we are not able to handle the criticism, the pressure, we just gave up. And I can say this because I was also experiencing a lot of things lately. But then I just disconnected and I felt like no, even if it takes time, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to take that chance because nothing else was making me happy. And this is a sign. When you're doing something which is meant for you, you will not feel good if you're not doing that thing. I think this is the biggest sign I have found in my journey, and I can say this from experience because I have tried doing a lot of things and I really found like the one which is for you, no matter how difficult it is, you will stick to it. And this is not just related to your career, this also goes with the people who are meant to be in your life. No matter how hard the difficult situation you go through, the people who are meant to be in your life, they will be there and you will know. And you know how you will know? I'm saying this from my own understanding that no matter how hard or how difficult the situation become, there will be that one instinct which will say you not to give up on people who matter to you and the one who are meant to be in your life. Otherwise, there is no assurance for anything in life. You cannot just pinpoint on anything and say like this is how it should be. You have to trust this science which is making you feel certain way. That's the only confirmation you can have. I'm not even saying that things are gonna be permanent because things always shift. Time is linear and it is always shifting and changing. So things can change, things can be different, but you will realize like there is something that is pulling you back. Either it's in your career, it's in your personal life, or even in relationship. I think that is the only confirmation that can guide you and help you move forward. Otherwise, the nature of life in itself is uncertain. I was having this conversation other day with my friend, and my friend was just saying like I'm just trying to figure out my life, and I was like, yeah, but the thing is, life will always be uncertain. It is just meant to flow. And I just hear this from everyone. And I say this myself also figuring out. I think life is such that we will always figure out some or the other thing. When we realize like we have figured out this aspect, there will be another which will feel like, okay, you need to work on this thing. And that's why it's a lifelong project. Till the time you're living in this earth, what I understood from my 30 years of journey, and when I talk to the people who are in their 60s also or even older, I just realized one thing. People are always figuring out something. Sometimes it's career, sometimes it's relationship, sometimes it's family, or sometimes it's your health. You will always figure out something till the time you exist in this world. So why not, just take things little easy. I was telling myself other day, Ankita, what is the point of doing something even if you achieve a great success, if you become so successful, but journey feels so stressful? What is the point? This was the time when I was making myself comfortable and I was empathizing with myself, saying like, no, the journey has to be beautiful. It cannot be of so much of a stress, because otherwise even when you reach to that destination, you will feel like, okay, what next? And I think that is not a great place to be in. And I'm saying this because I know how stressful my time and my days were too. I was stressing about lot of things, and the worst thing is I was stressing on those things which I have no control over. What if I die tomorrow? I seriously don't know. I have no control over those kind of things, right? So what is the point where I'm stressing about things which I have no control over? Rather than stressing over things which you have no control over, I think the only thing that matter is do your best and leave the rest. This might sound cliche, this might sound like, protecting yourself or self-sabotaging, but trust me, when I was in that stressful zone also, I realized that is also not working. That is even stopping me. That is not even allowing me to do the things that I was enjoying. So what is the point, my friends? I just feel like, yes, at times life can be challenging. It can feel like nothing is working in your favor. But trust me, once you just disconnect with the problem, once you let things be, once you surrender at times, you will see that you will gain clarity. And this might trigger some people who are so result driven, who are so practical. They might feel like what nonsense I'm talking. But I have been on both the side lately, and I realized like, no, when I let that pressure off, when I let my body and my cells relax, when I let my nervous system be at ease, I feel like I find inspiration, I feel energized, and I feel good doing whatever I'm doing. So with that experience, I want to say this to you, that if you're going through this process where you're feeling like you don't know anything, I think it is a time to take things slow, just reflect, because when you just let things be, that's how you will find what next. Because what I understood is sometimes the solution is in front of you, but you are so caught up with that energy, like what next, what next. Even if the things are in front of you, you won't be able to see it. So for you to gain the clarity, sometimes the best thing you can do is just let things be the way they are. Only control the things which you can control. Don't try and control the things which is beyond your capacity, because know that there is that higher power who knows what is best for you. Universe is always guiding and supporting us. The thing is, we just come in our own way thinking like things should be this way. And trust me, you're listening this from someone who is so self-critical at times too. But I realize like that's the only way you can move forward. If you're not feeling good, you're just disconnected with the God. Feeling good is the sign that you're connected to God. Anything in between is just your mind creating some illusion and keeping you trapped. So I really want to emphasize over here, break that trap, come out of it, feel good. Whatever makes you feel good doing, just do that. Even if you don't see the result today, eventually if you keep on doing, if you're consistent, if you trust the process, you will see the result. And I know when you're not seeing the evidence, the challenging part is that you have to trust the process. There is no other way. And even if you fail, know that you will fail with experience. At least you will know like what to do next. You won't repeat the same mistake. So everything in life is about experience. We are just having a human experience over here, I feel. On a concluding note, I just want to say, don't be self-critical, go with the flow, trust the process, and always know that universe has your back. I know this conversation was little tough love, but I was just letting it flow through me. And I think like this is also a reminder, because lately I am seeing like what I need to hear. I'm just giving the same energy out. So lately the podcast, the videos are more like, what I wish to know and what I need to hear. So if you are in a similar journey like me, these episodes are really gonna help you. So be connected and do let me know what do you think about this episode. I'm always looking forward to hear back from you. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. It truly means a world and it helps us to reach to more people. I'm looking forward to connect with you in my next episode. Sending you lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time, keep shining bright. Bye bye.